What if I told you that I believe that you're a better trader than you think you are? That you probably know the charts better than you think that you do. And the reason I say that is you're simply probably not seeing the fruit that you want to see, but yet you know that you know enough to actually be successful. So what's holding you back? That's the big question, right? See, I've coached many different traders, and oftentimes I see that many traders don't have what we call as trading insurance. Now, before I continue, look, I just want to apologize because I'm sure you probably can hear a little bit of an echo. I am not at my normal location. I am actually in the great city of Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'm just in a different space. So, and I'm definitely not the greatest tech guy, right? So, what actually is insurance? Insurance is a contract that protects you from losing all your money when something unexpected happens. I know many of you probably heard of or you have insurance in some aspect of your life, whether it's medical insurance, car insurance, renter's insurance, whatever it is for you that is insured, you know what insurance is. See, those kind of insurance are really easy, right? There's no emotions behind it. You simply make a monthly payment to the company that you are insured with, and they take care of everything that you need, right? So if something ever happened in your life that was unfortunate, you wouldn't have too many emotions because you know that you would be covered because you've been simply preparing by making these monthly payments. Now, in saying all that, we're going to read Genesis 40 and we're going to start at verse 30. Now, just to give you a backstory of what we're about to read something about a man named Joseph. And at the time, Joseph, God has given Joseph a gift of being able to interpret dreams. And Pharaoh, which is Pharaoh of Egypt, he needs a dream interpreter. He keeps having these crazy dreams, and he needs someone that can interpret the dream. So, you know, Joseph gets called on, and Joseph tells Pharaoh, "Look, there's going to be 7 years of plenty, but then on the back end, there's going to be 7 years of famine." All right, so we're going to just start there, and we're going to see just the importance of insurance, right? And why you need to have trading insurance and how it can absolutely change the game. This video is going to teach you exactly how to create trading insurance so that you can actually start seeing the fruit of your knowledge. Now, I hope I said 41. I'm not sure if I said 40 or 41, but Genesis 41, 30, and we're going to be going through verse 36. All right. But afterward, there will be 7 years of famine, so great that all the prosperity will be forgotten in Egypt. Famine will destroy the land. Now, I want you to hear in this aspect, I want you to hear famine as a correlation to a bad market for us as traders, right? So a famine for us looks like a very bad market. Now we know, of course, this is for 7 years, and for us, this could be for 7 days, depending on what you're trading, of course, or it could be for a month where the market is just bad, or it might just be for a specific day that the market was just bad, right? This famine will be so severe that even the memory of the good years will be erased. As for having two similar dreams, it means that these events have been decreed by God, and He will soon make them happen. All right. Now, understanding what God is saying here right now is the famine is going to come, period. And I want you to understand as a trader, listen, the famine is going to come. There is going to be days when the market is just not good. It's not your fault. It's not your strategy. No, simply the market is just a bad day or it's having a rough week, right? It's simply a famine. This is why it is so important for you not to be upset whenever the market is bad and you lose a trade. The trade simply goes against you and you're really upset. Look, you don't have no reason to be upset. This is the part. This is the part of trading. All right. Now let's continue. We're going to jump to verse 33. Therefore, Pharaoh should find an intelligent and wise man and put him in charge of the entire land of Egypt. Now, listen. I know you're hearing that, But I want you to understand that you are that intelligent man and you are also that intelligent woman. I think that this is so fascinating because Joseph is telling Pharaoh this, but in reality, Joseph is talking about himself. He does not know that he's about to be appointed, but he's talking about himself. He is that intelligent man, and you're also that intelligent man and that intelligent woman that God has placed to steward everything that he's given you, right? So in this place of trading right now, he has given you this. So I want you to know that you should literally look at yourself and say, listen, I'm intelligent. God has entrusted me with this thing. I can do this. I can be successful in this space. All right. Now we're going to jump. Now we're going to go through 33 through 1, 2, 3 action. Now we're going to go through 34 and 36. Then Pharaoh should appoint supervisors over the land and let them collect 1/5 of all the crops during the 7 good years. Have them gather all the food produced in the good years that are just ahead and bring it to Pharaoh's storehouses. Store it away and guard it so there will be food in the cities. That way, there will be enough to eat when the 7 years of famine come to the land of Egypt. Otherwise, this famine will destroy the land. Now, reading those 3 verses, there are 3 things that we can see, right? We see what I like to call the 3 P's. All right, plan, place, and purpose. All right, so we're going to slow this thing down so we can actually break down how you're going to build your trading insurance based upon this. So let's just jump back to 34. Then Pharaoh should appoint supervisors over the land and let them collect 1/5. That's the plan of all the crops during the 7 good years. So your plan as a trader, you have to understand this. The plan is where you define your entries, your exits, your stop loss, and your risk. But most importantly, this is where you master you. See, all these things, the exits, the stop loss, the risk management, all those things are good. That is the plan. That is the system that you're going to use. But the system does not matter if you yourself do not have a plan for yourself to make sure you're obedient to everything that you have written down, to be obedient to the plan. What good is it to have a play, right? To have a formula if you're going to just do whatever it is that you want to do. So I like to cook sometimes, right? Well, I'm not going to say I like to do it, but sometimes I do, right? And for some reason, I have this thought that I don't need the recipe. Like the recipe is there, but I feel as though, man, I got this. I can do this. They're not going to make, and this is what I tell myself. They're not going to make it as good as I can make it. And every single time, whatever I try to make, it ends up terrible because I didn't follow the plan. I decided I was going to do, whenever the plan was right here in front of me, I decided I was going to do whatever it is I was going to do. And many of us as traders, we know what to do, but we have a problem being obedient to what we know to do, right? So that is that's a huge part of your building your trading insurance. You need to make sure that you are doing the things that you have planned to do, right? Number 2, which is place. We're going to jump down to verse 35. Have them gather all the food produced in the good years that are just ahead and bring it to Pharaoh's storehouse. Store it away and guard it so there will be food in the city. All right. So we had number 1, which is place. Now, plan. I'm sorry, plan. Now let's jump to number, and second one is place. This is where you manage your fruit. All right. So this is where we really see bumps in the road as traders, and this might be where majority are struggling at, and that is the second P, which is place. The reason for that is oftentimes we're so focused on making the money that we actually do not take the same amount of time on managing our storehouse, which is our account. We must Just as Joseph says to Pharaoh, we must guard and protect our storehouse. Everything that comes in, we need to have an account of what's coming in and also what's going out, right? And so, what that may look like for you is you having a percentage whenever you withdraw your profits. So, sometimes you might just be simply withdrawing way too much and you're not giving yourself enough buffer on for your losing days or your famine days that is probably going to come in the future, right? Or if you don't like that idea of a percentage, whatever system that you come up with to make sure you're managing your storehouse is going to be very important. Maybe you have a set number or a set goal that you like to reach before you take money out, right? Also, how much you're risking per trade. Some of us simply over leverage, and that's our problem. If you know that you take a lot of trades in a day, then you have to understand that you cannot leverage as much as a person that may be taking 1 to 2 trades, simply because your losing days can simply blow your whole account, right? So make sure you have a number of how much you can lose in a day, right? You want to make sure you are managing your storehouse the right way, and of course, whatever works for you. There is no set number. I know there's a lot of different ideas about what you should do, but it's whatever works for you. Because a person that is very consistent in winning, their withdrawal is going to be a lot different than a person that's barely getting over the hump each week, right? So, that's based upon you and your skill level, but you have to take the time to actually sit down and plan how you're going to actually manage your place. All right. Now, third and final thing. All right. And that is purpose. So let's jump to verse 36. That way, there will be enough to eat when the 7 years of famine come to the land of Egypt. Otherwise, this famine will destroy the land. All right. So, okay. Matter of fact, you know what, y'all? Yeah. Okay. So this is so big, right? Because this teaches us that we have to look ahead. Like right now, as traders, for some reason, we have this thought where we have to make money like right now. We have to be rich today. But no, look ahead. God told Joseph, listen, it's going to be 7 years of plenty, and it's going to be 7 years of famine. The Bible even says, listen, the famine is going to be so bad that it's going to erase your thought of whenever y'all was prosperous. Do you know how that feels? Do you know how that probably felt? Like, I know how it feels to feel like you're doing well. And then you get to a point in your life where you're so low that you can't even remember what it was like when you were doing well. Like, what? What? Having your trading insurance is there to protect you from that. Now, here's the cool thing. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. Here's the cool thing. Joseph tells Pharaoh, like he interprets the dream for Pharaoh. But what Joseph didn't know was he was about to go from the pit to the palace after one conversation with Pharaoh. Joseph goes from prison to literally second in command of Egypt. And by him simply being obedient to God and him having a plan, a place, and a purpose that built an insurance, Egypt was blessed. Joseph was blessed. Joseph's family was blessed. Listen, do you understand by you simply applying these 3 P's, it will change the game for you and everyone connected to you. You have to be serious about putting these things in place and having this whole trading insurance policy, because you have to start thinking about those that are coming behind you, your family that you have with you right now. Listen, you are powerful. You are made in the image of God, and He's giving you everything that you need. You are the person that is right for the job. But it does not matter if you don't believe it for yourself. You have to be a steward of the things that God has given you. So I encourage you to apply these 3 P's. People are waiting on you. The world is waiting on you. The Bible says that Egypt was blessed because of Joseph. Think about that. What will be blessed if you started applying simple things to your trading that would absolutely change the game? And this is a huge thing, and that is you adding some trading insurance. All right. So look, God bless you. That is today's video. And I have not been making nearly as many videos as I would like. Things have just been crazy. Had a new baby, and that's been a blessing. That's been a joy. And it's just been a huge shift in my life. But just know I'm with you, continuously praying for you. And I am about to get back on this horse. They're making content and making videos for y'all. Just the things that the Lord has shared on my heart that I want to share to you. All right. So look, God bless you. Y'all can always like message me or email me if you ever want to just talk. I have Telegram rooms where we just kind of hang out and different traders get to ask questions, and we just have fun, y'all. All right.